Guitar Buddies. That was the New York Dolls. Great tune, Who Are the Mystery Girls? So the intro, I'm playing an open A, and then a couple of harmonics, a bit of whammy bar, on 7 on the D string, 7 on the G string. Okay, and then the second time just 7, 7, 7, the A, D, and G strings. So open A, harmonic, 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 harmonic. Yeah. And the other guitar, you can hear in there, just there's a few guitar overdubs, but I just kept it to 2. Just kind of, you can hear just an open G in there. Possibly a mistake, but you keep it in. It keeps the kind of punk kind of sensibility. There you go. And it's a great fun riff to play, because now we're getting, we've got an E. Basically, the verse is E and B, but I've got, so I'm playing the E chord in the 7th position as a bar. So just a standard E. And just before I hit the B, I just kind of take my 3rd finger off. So I've got, so there's 1, 2, 3, and then hit a B. And then just add a little, that little kind of shuffle note on 11 on the A string. So you're hitting that G sharp there. And that's basically your verse riff. Okay, and on the other guitar I was playing, okay, I was doing a little, again, it varies throughout the song, there's different things played here and there, but this is the basic, I heard that in there somewhere. Okay, I got a little fill there, F sharp, A, F sharp, again you don't have to put these in, but, so I'm playing 4, 2, 4 on D and G, and then a little on the B chord, just playing partial B here on 4 and 4, which fits nicely. Okay, but and so you've got those 2 chords, and then you've got a pre-chorus section. Very simply, it goes to A and B. So I'm just playing on one guitar. That same, adding my little finger. So on the A, I'm adding it to an F sharp on 9. On the A string, and on B, just like before. Now on the second guitar, what I'm just doing is, again, I'm not trying to copy the record exactly, I'm just throwing in some fills, pretty much similar to what they're doing on the track. So on the A chord, I'm basically using the middle part of the A blues scale. So it's all around, mostly on these 4 notes, just G, A, C, D. So it's really easy little box pattern to throw in over an A chord, because it's just 5, 7, 5, 7. And you can bend that note on 7. And then on the B chord, the same thing. Now it's 7, 9. So, yeah, so you've got that rhythm going on one guitar. And the other guitar is going. And then we're into the chorus. The chorus, same as the verse, E and B. I play. So a slightly different rhythm. I'm not putting that in, but it's just E to B, little shuffle. And on the other guitar, again, just kind of ad-libbing. On the E chord, I'm doing a little pull on the G string and play the B string. You can play it there too. But I'm just playing 12 and 12. Okay, all the G and B strings. So you've got boom. And then on the B chord again, just throwing in some licks like we did on the pre-chorus. that kind of stuff. All right, so all that. So it's great fun just to play about with. It's a good kind of jam about song, this. And then on the solo, the one guitar just kind of playing more. You know, just kind of E and B chords again. And for the solo, again, I just ad-libbed it, just following similar kind of style to the original. Okay, so you knew your dolls would never play exactly the same twice, you know. So I'm going to basically just starting around the E blues scale. Kind of classic, kind of Chuck Berry. A lot of that. And you can add double notes there. So it's that bending the A on 14 up to the B on 16 and playing the B. So it's on the blues scale around the E position. Okay, I've got E, G, E, A sharp, B, D, E, G, A, B, D, E, G. Okay, so that's 12, 15, 12, 13, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 15. But it does also throw in a little major lick. So it's also hits the F sharp on 14, bends up to 16. Because of course in the blues scale that G, that is a minor third. But the G sharp also works a major third. You know, a lot of blues players will switch between the two. You know, but so that, little bits of that thrown in there, sort of bending up on 14, and then back to double stops there. Yeah, again, just play your own thing. But that's, you get a bit of that in the solo. And the solo actually kind of ends with going down the neck, sort of playing E, and then a D sharp, leading you to the B. So you're kind of going 7, 6, 2 on the A string. Yeah, but it's a lot of fun to jam over those chords. You know, it's great kind of, one for mucking about with. And then we've got just again at the end, we're just back into that verse chorus, and at the end you've got just going from E to B, and it sounds like the other guitar sort of playing a little kind of E A B, just playing 9 9 9, hitting 11 and 10 on the D and B strings, kind of a Brian May favourite. Throwing that in, little lick, whatever you want to do, and at the end, that more goes up the neck at the end, does a little bend like we did in the solo on 14. But really, it's just a great one to know that you've got these kind of simple chords, and you can kind of jam about on the A around here, on the B around here, and on the E here, you know, so you can have a lot of fun with that and enjoy. But let's take a look next at the bass part. So first on the bass, I'm starting with a slide down the second string, just from a random place, boom, to an E on 7 on the A string, and then a B on 7 on the E string. And then the verse is very simple. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 3, and 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then miss the first beat out on the B. So it's the same 2 notes. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay, great fun. And then we've got the pre-chorus, which is simply so basically you've got 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4 on the A, which is 5, or you could play open string. Okay, But I prefer to play it on 5 on the E string. So you've got the A to a B, and you play that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so that's like count 4, and then that's like 8 notes there. So basically, yeah, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you got that. So basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then we've got it's the so we're coming out of that B. I'm not playing the last kind of and. I'm playing 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we've got E, open E. So 7, bottom E, open string. 7. Then this B arpeggio. So I'm playing 3 notes of the B chord, B, D sharp and F sharp. So 7 on E and 6 on A, and 9 on A, back to 6. Yeah, so I've got okay, you're back into your verse kind of chorus structure there, all pretty much the same. And on the guitar solo, I'm still playing for the first bit, but then if you listen, the bass kind of just seems to kind of just duck out a little bit, just plays same but single notes. Apart from when it does that, if you listen, there's a kind of, it sounds like it goes dun, bum, bam, and you get this kind of weird kind of bass chord, which I think, but I can't be 100% sure, but it kind of works in a kind of nice punky way. If you just play that E, then that B, and then hit that E, and then keep that E on, play the B and the open D. Okay, but then okay, and then the rest of the song, it's all the same, and just at the end, you just kind of, it's just like a row at the end, slowing down. Yeah, but it's still all the same, classic kind of three-chord punk song. There you go. So have fun with that, and thanks for watching, buddies. Cheers.